Let's go to the West because we got an old rivalry being renewed this coming week between those two legends. First time they met in the playoffs, the 2012 Finals. LeBron leading the Heat to a win over KD's Thunder in 5 games after dropping the opener of the series. Every meeting between these two has come in the NBA Finals. 5 years later, 2017, LeBron and the Cavs, KD in his first season with the Warriors, KD getting revenge. 4-1, the Warriors win it, KD's first championship, and then they would meet again in the finals the next year, and again it was the Warriors, this time in a 4-game sweep. KD was the finals MVP again. LeBron averaged 34 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. A month later, LeBron was a Laker. And so now they will meet all these years later in the NBA's first round. But I think we can all say this might be the last time that we see it. So the world is not going to give, we just showed you the prohibitive favorites that Boston are. The world is going to give the Lakers no chance to win this series. And by the world, I mean all of us, including me. But Tim, let's do it. If they're going to shock the world, if the Lakers are going to stun everybody and find a way to win this series, how is it going to happen?
Well, LeBron James has to, have a time machine, basically. It's got to be the LeBron that we saw on some of those teams in Cleveland, that there wasn't a lot of talent around him. And he's putting up 35, 12 and 10, those type of games. Now, the NBA, they tried to help out. This schedule's got a few pockets of 2 or 3 days of rest in between games, but this has got to be, and then DeAndre Ayton's got to show up. He's got to be the player that he thinks he is. He's got to be dominating. He's got to win the matchup with Alperen Şengün, and I got to tell you, that sounds like a pretty good recipe for the Lakers to be let down.
And why are you laughing?
He going off his tattoo, man. He's killing me. He's killing me every time.
But LeBron, but let's not even think about who's going to have to be his running mate. I mean, who's going to have to do it? LeBron. I'm not even worried about LeBron. I'm going to say LeBron's going to show up and do
especially
whatever.
Game 1.
He's going to do as much as any 41-year-old in the history of the league has ever done in anything. But who's going to help him?
I think all of them are going to help in different ways. But I think the thing that they need to focus on, and it's what we focused on as the Cavaliers when we were banged up and we still were going far, and people like Bron taking just anybody to the finals. It's like the cool thing about that is when you're on a team with somebody like that can transform and do as many things as a LeBron can, your job is not to say, hey, our guys aren't in right now. I need to now transform and create opportunities for everybody. It's like, no, I need to stay within my role, and I need to say, hey, now Bron's going to have more possessions. He doesn't necessarily have to.
LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. One more time. And Iman Shumpert just said something that every Lakers fan needs to hear. He said, LeBron James has to have a time machine, basically. He's got to be the LeBron that we saw on some of those teams in Cleveland. The LeBron that was putting up 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Night after night. Carrying teams that had no business being in the finals. Let me give you the history. LeBron and KD first met in the 2012 finals. LeBron and the Heat beat KD's Thunder in 5 games. 5 years later, 2017, KD got his revenge. His first season with the Warriors. 4-1, his first championship. Then they met again the next year. 2018, Warriors in a 4-game sweep. KD was Finals MVP again. LeBron averaged 34 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. A month later, LeBron was a Laker. And now, all these years later, they meet in the first round. And the world is giving the Lakers no chance. Including everybody on this panel. Including me. So if the Lakers are going to shock the world, how does it happen? Iman Shumpert broke it down. And he started with LeBron. He said LeBron needs to be vintage. The Cleveland version. The one who took just anybody to the finals. And here's the thing. The NBA schedule actually has pockets of 2 or 3 days of rest in between games. That helps a 41-year-old LeBron. We saw him get a triple-double recently with weeks rest. He can still do it. Especially with that much time to recover. But Shumpert said so. Meeting really smart. He said LeBron doesn't necessarily have to turn back the hands of time and be more athletic. He doesn't have to do that. He can still take it calmly off a ball screen. If you go under because you don't respect his jumper, he'll make you pay. We saw him do it recently. The key is not LeBron trying to do everything. The key is the other guys staying within their roles. Shumpert said when he was on the Cavaliers with LeBron, the job wasn't to say, our guys aren't in right now, I need to transform. The job was to say, Bron's going to have more possessions. I need to stay within my role. That's the mentality. Now let me talk about the other players. Shumpert said DeAndre Ayton has got to show up. He's got to be the player that he thinks he is. He's got to dominate the matchup with Alperen Sengun. He's got to win that battle. And then you've got Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Marcus Smart. Guys who can defend and hit threes. JJ Redick is the most important second person on the Lakers. Not a player. The coach. Shumpert said Redick has done a great job this year and he's not getting enough credit. He has to devise a 3-and-D plan for at least Game 1. Knowing LeBron is going to have the most in his battery for Game 1. Keep it close. Houston has struggled in crunch time. Steal Game 1 at home. Extend the series. And if you can get it to the last couple of minutes, it could be a game. And here's the other part of the formula. If the Lakers can end the series, maybe they get Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves back. That's the real hope. Survive long enough for the reinforcements to arrive. Because if the Lakers can get to Game 6 or Game 7 with a chance to bring back one of their stars, then the series changes completely. Now, Shumpert also talked about the Warriors' win over the Clippers. He said Steph Curry going off didn't surprise him. If Steph gets in a late-game situation where he can control the pace, he'll do his thing. But the standout to him was Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has been criticized for not being healthy. He showed up ready to play. He shot the ball well. He played efficiently within the system. He was 7 feet 3 inches. Blocking shots, altering shots around the rim. Shumpert saw the emotion. He saw the passion. And he also gave credit to Al Horford. Knocking down shots, being in the right place at the right time, being a floor leader, an all-around complementary player. And of course, Draymond Green with humongous stops down the stretch against Kawhi Leonard. Shumpert said the Warriors just put together a better ball game at the end. Finally, Shumpert talked about the Orlando Magic. And he did not hold back. He said they have a chemistry issue and an accountability issue. He said, there's times that they turn the ball over or something else goes wrong on one end, and they fail to get to the other side as a team, as a unit. Sometimes it's 2 guys, sometimes it's 1 guy, sometimes it's nobody at all. He said whenever there's a lapse, a cold spell of 3 minutes where they can't score, he never sees them huddled up and engaged. They are never seeming like they're together. He said, they are 5 fingers, and they need to be a fist to hit anybody in this league. And then he dropped the best line. He said, I work for Disney, man. Orlando's supposed to be great. We're supposed to want to go to Disney. Right now, the Orlando Magic, there's nothing magical going on. He said Jamal Mosley is one of the coaches on the hot seat. Having all that talent and just not taking the right steps forward. The Magic had a win total of 51.5 entering the season. They only won 45 games. And now they might miss the playoffs. Alright, let me wrap this up with some questions for you. Drop your takes in the comments. 1. Can LeBron turn back the clock and carry the Lakers past the Rockets, or is that impossible at 41? 2. Who needs to step up more for the Lakers, DeAndre Ayton or the role players hitting threes? 3. Is Iman Shumpert right that the Magic have a chemistry problem, or is this just a bad stretch? 4. What was more impressive, Steph's 35 points or Porzingis stepping up when it mattered? I'll read the best comments in the next video. Smash like if you believe in vintage LeBron. Hit subscribe if you think the Rockets are winning easily. And comment your Lakers-Rockets series prediction right now. Let's go.